Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Star Wars X-Wing miniature of the Imperial Raider. I've been very excited to find this miniature to add to my collection, mostly because I want to add it to my diorama that I have of all the capital ships, but also because it adds a lot to the game in terms of some of the commanders that you get, as well as some of the pilot cards for the TIE Advanced. So let's go ahead and crack this open and see what we have inside. Alright, so we're all unboxed now. So let's take a look at the model first and see what it looks like. First, we come with the TIE Advanced. So that you can see that okay. Alright, I'll put him here to the side for now. And then we have the main model. The real reason of what you're buying this ship for. Alright, so I'll tell you right now, the sculpt is amazing. I'm really impressed with the lines. Get a really good look at that. I mean, this is a cool ship. Really impressed with this ship. Here's the bottom. And then the top. There's not a lot to see, differences on the top and the bottom. One thing you'll notice is there's little gun batteries here at the top. 3 on each side. So that's pretty cool. That's a really cool ship. Inside the box we have a campaign, like a little campaign game that you can play with the miniatures. I've never done those, so I don't know if they're good or not. The cardboard, we're not going to be looking at the cardboard because, well, we might look at the cardboard. We'll find out. We'll take a look here. But what most people want to see when they're looking at a ship to add to their collection is usually they're wanting to find something that's going to enhance their gameplay. Okay, so let's look at the pilot cards. The first pilot card that we have is the Tempest Squadron Pilot, TIE Advanced. It's got 2 attack, 3 agility, 3 hull, 2 shields, and it's got the torpedo ability. And it's just a standard fighter at 21 points. Not too bad. And then we have at Pilot Skill 3, Lieutenant Ozzel. His ability says, at the start of the end phase, you may spend a target lock you have on an enemy ship to flip down 1 random face down damage card assigned to it face up. So if they've taken damage, you know, from not these cards, but you know, the damage deck, you can then make them take a critical damage, which is pretty cool. And he is 23 points, so just 2 more points higher than the Tempest Squadron Pilot. Next we have, we have a Storm Squadron Pilot. He is Pilot Skill 4 with nothing else on him other than the higher pilot skill, but he has the same cost as Lieutenant Ozzel. Then we have Commander Ozzel, maybe. These names are kind of interesting. 25. At the start of the combat phase, you may acquire a target lock on an enemy ship at range 1. So you can take a target lock on another card, and then on another ship, and then take a target lock on another one, so you can have 2 target locks on the same turn. Or if you plan on taking a target lock on the ship that you're going to attack, you can take your focus, you can do a barrel roll, or you can do an evade. So this gives you options. It lets you do 2 actions, basically a turn, which, you know, whenever you're taking actions, if you're able to double or triple your available actions in a single turn, it really increases the pilot skill. So at 25 points and pilot skill 5, I like him. The next one, we have Zertic Storm. He is pilot skill 6. Enemy ships at range 1 cannot add their range combat bonuses when attacking. So that means whenever you're in range 1 of a ship, you're able to add 1 attack dice to your attack damage roll. For example, this ship rolls 2 dice when attacking. It would roll 3 if it's in range 1. But this lets all enemy ships range 1 not get that bonus. So while your ships do get the bonus, theirs don't. So it helps you push more damage while kind of limiting their damage output. So really cool. He also has the elite pilot talent on there, the EPT. And the last ship is the Juno Eclipse. Pilot skill level 8, 28 cost. Also has the elite pilot talent on there. When you reveal your maneuver, you may increase or decrease its speed by 1 to a minimum of 1. So you can't go slower, you can't go 0. But let's say you're doing a 3 forward or 4 forward, you can reduce that by 1. So that's really cool. It lets you change based on how the game's playing, because you're pilot skill 8, so you potentially could be moving last on the turn, and you can look at the map and say, well, you know, based on what your opponent did, I want to kind of adjust my gameplay. So that's kind of nice. It lets you have some options. So I like that these kind of give you some more options in terms of the pilots for the pilot skill. We have some upgrade cards. So let's take a look at the upgrade cards now. We are given, so some of these cards can be for epic ships only. So we're going to talk about those separately. For right now, we're talking about as if you bought this expansion to increase your collection for your entire X-Wing collection, because a lot of people like to buy these because they have kind of unique, you can only get them in the expansion itself. So we actually have 4 of these advanced targeting computers, TIE advanced only. When attacking with your primary weapon, if you have a target lock on the defender, you may add 1 crit result to your roll. If you do, you cannot spend target locks during this attack. So basically, if you're doing this, you're not going to be able to re-roll, but you're getting a free crit, which is pretty nice. And they actually give you 4 of those, so you're going to be quite set on those. Then we have some titles. We actually have 3 titles. Oh no, I lied, 4 titles. Wow. TIE X1, TIE Advanced only title. Your upgrade bar gains the little satellite dish upgrade icon. I think it's a system. I'm not quite sure what that one means, but I think it's a system upgrade. If you equip a system upgrade, its squad point cost is reduced by 4 to a minimum of 0. So you can put, say, this system upgrade, I'm going to call the advanced targeting computer a system upgrade. It costs 5 to put on. The TIE title would make it only cost 1. So that's huge because you're getting a really good system upgrade for super cheap. And we're given 4 of those as well. We get cluster missile. This is a missile you can get in standard packs. It's a 3 attack, ranges 1 to 2. You have a target lock. Spend your target lock and discard this card to perform this attack twice. So you get to roll 3 dice twice. So not bad. You get a couple attacks. You get 1 of those. Proton Rocket. This is a 2 dice attack at range 1 only. Discard this card to perform this attack. You may roll additional attack dice equal to your agility value to a maximum of 3 additional dice. So that's pretty good. So if you look at our TIE advances, they all have 3 agility, right? So this lets you roll 3 additional dice to your attack roll. So not bad, and that costs 3, and that's a torpedo. And that all these ships have those rocket or torpedo slots. So now we have some crew that we're going to look at. We have Captain Nita, huge ship only. So this can only be on a huge ship. If you overlap an obstacle during the activation phase, do not suffer 1 face-up damage card. Instead, roll 1 attack die. On a hit or a crit, you suffer 1 damage. So normally you would suffer that damage. This will give you a chance to potentially avoid suffering it. We're going to put that in a separate pile because it's huge ship only. As well as Grand Moff Tarkin. Now I kind of wished, in terms of gameplay stats, that Grand Moff Tarkin wasn't a huge ship, but you have to kind of think flavorfully. I mean, he's not going to be sitting on a TIE fighter, but I also don't think Emperor Palpatine would be sitting on a TIE fighter either. But so Grand Moff Tarkin, huge ship only, Imperial only. At the start of the combat phase, you may choose another ship at range 1 to 4, either remove one focus token from the chosen ship or assign one focus token to that ship. So, not too bad. We have Admiral Ozzel. This art's the same as Armada's art. Huge ship only, Imperial only. And then it's an energy cost, which is unique to these ships. You may remove up to 3 shields from your ship. For each shield removed, gain 1 energy. So, energy is a different aspect. You don't really use it too much in standard X-Wing. We have Emperor Palpatine. So this card has actually been errated, so it's not as it says on the card, but we're going to read what it says on the card in case you don't play competitive and you want to play as the card reads, because that does help some newer players. He's Imperial only, and he costs 2 crew slots. So if you're putting on something, there has to be room for at least 2 crew for him to go on there. Once per round, you may change a friendly ship's die result to any other die result. That die result cannot be modified again. So you can change, a miss to a hit or something like that. So this is very popular, and this is actually one of the main reasons this ship has been so high in demand, is because Emperor Palpatine is such a good crew that people want him, and you kind of buy the pack just for him. So good little crew there. We have a shield technician, 2 of those. Those are huge ship onlys. When you perform a recovery action, instead of spending all of your energy, you can choose any amount of energy to spend. Again, around energy. Gunnery team. This is a limited card, so you can't have too many of them, but it's not, requiring you to do huge ship only. Once per round, when attacking with a secondary weapon, you may spend 1 energy to change one of your blank results to a hit result. Okay. Engineering team. This is also limited. During your activation phase, you may reveal a straight maneuver. Gain 1 additional energy during the gain energy step. So these are all energy based, so take note of that. Sensory team. When acquiring a target lock, you may lock onto enemy ships at range 1 to 5 instead of range 1 to 3. It's pretty good. That's pretty much like the whole map, right? Or half the map. Then we have energy weapons. These are single turbo lasers. Looks like 2 energy for attack. Spend 2 energy from this card to perform this attack. The defender doubles his agility value against this attack. You may change one of your focus results to a hit result. And then we have ion cannon battery. Spend 2 energy from this card to perform this attack. If this attack hits, the defender suffers 1 critical damage and receives 1 ion token. Then cancel all die results. And you get 4 of those. So, pretty cool. Alright, we have quad laser cannons. This is another energy weapon. Spend 1 energy from this card to perform this attack. If this attack does not hit, you may immediately spend 1 energy from this card to perform this attack again. And then we have Tabana gas supplies. Limited card, energy. You may discard this card to gain 3 energy. Again, playing on that energy motive. You have engine booster, limited card. Immediately before you reveal your maneuver dial, you may spend 1 energy to execute a white 1 maneuver. You cannot use this ability if you would overlap another ship during that movement. Then we have the backup shield generator, limited. At the end of each round, you may spend 1 energy to recover 1 shield up to your shield value. Comm boosters. Spend 1 energy to remove all stress tokens from a friendly ship at range 1 to 3. Then assign 1 focus token to that ship. And you get 1 of those. And then we actually have titles for the Raider here. 2 of these titles I already know about because of Armada, because I have several of these Raiders for Armada. But the first one we have is the Instigator. It's a Raider-class corvette aft section only title. After you perform a recovery action, recover 1 additional shield. And then we have the Impetus. Then we have the Impetus. Raider-class corvette aft section only title. After you perform an attack that destroys an enemy ship, you acquire a target lock. It's pretty good. And then the Siler. When defending, if the targeted section, so on these ships you can target the front or the back, okay, has a reinforced token, you may change one focus result to a dodge or an evade. And then we have inside some ion token reminder cards. So that's all of the cards. We do have the cardboard. We'll take a look at it. I don't know if I'm going to be popping it open out of the cardboard today, but let's take a look and see at least what we kind of get when we get something like this. So first we have our range ruler, 2 of those in there, and then you get the base. We are going to pop out this guy here. You get the base, which is here, and you get the TIE Fighter here. We're going to pop those out. Then you have some shields and ion tokens and whatnot. We have some energy markers here. We also have the maneuver dials here, as well as the movement template up here. We're just be popping out the TIE Advanced movement tile because we actually will plan on using that. But I don't plan on using the Raider anytime soon for gameplay. Like I said, it's mostly for my diorama display that I have set up. And the last thing that we have is, whoops, we have some debris and a new target lock, the double N target lock. It looks like it's also some objective stuff on here as well. That probably plays into the campaign, so get you a good view of that debris. Pretty nice. So that's all of the included items in the box. We also have the rule book and a reference guide. If you have any questions about the play setup for Epic Game, it's all here on the bottom. I would like to play an Epic Game, but I don't think I have the friends that want to play a game that lasts a few hours. So, which is a bit unfortunate, but whatever. What can you say? So, what do you guys think about the Raider? Was this something that you would pick up yourself? Is it too cost prohibitive to find something like this? What do you think about it in the canon of the game? I do know that this has been featured in Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's in Armada. I believe it's also in Rebels, but I'm not positive. I've been told that, but I haven't seen Rebels yet. I'm getting it soon. But I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on the Raider. So here's the ship. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming by. That's the review of the Raider, the Imperial class Raider for Star Wars X-Wing, the miniature game. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.